Good stuff. Beautiful winter day outside. I'm finally down to my last bundle of trim to paint. It's a grueling process. That stuff's all painted. Some is baseboard, some it's window and door trim. So the trim is all painted. So if any of you guys have been wondering why there's been no cabin content videos lately, this is why. This is what used to be my workshop. You've seen some of the other older videos. Now it's being converted into a little mini home or an apartment, if you will. Let me give you a tour of the place. So this will be the front door. Coat closet here, right around the corner. So along this wall will be like a linear kitchen setup here with the oven and whatnot. Kitchen sink will be centered on the windows. Here you've got the stairs going upstairs. And then so over on this side is the living room area. Picture a TV mounted there on the wall. Couch kind of here where the end of this trim is. Maybe a chair up underneath those stairs. So here we have a little utility closet. So I'm going to show off my plumbing here. Isn't that the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? So proud of that. Electric hot water tank. So this is the bathroom. Kind of hard to film in a small room, but there's the vanity. The light. Toilet. So there's the shower. Tile work turned out okay. It was a bit discouraging in the middle of a lot of work, but turned out. So washer and dryer will go in that little cove. So on the back right here, there's a concrete slab. I may as well go outside and show you. Hang on. So the slab is 8 feet by 20 feet. It'll be all covered in with a screened in porch. Nice spot to sit in the afternoon. So let's go back inside. Obviously there's no railing on these stairs yet, but they're getting there. So it's red oak treads that have been stained and finished. And this is the original stringers that were here before, just widened out and sanded down and painted. We'll get back to that railing in a second. So upstairs is just one big bedroom with a closet. There's even a light in there. Pot lights in the ceiling. So I don't know if the camera actually captures the scale of it here, but this bedroom is quite big. It's basically 11'6" by 19 feet inside. So you go here to this side. Try to zoom in, but got a nice view overlooking the lake. So this is looking at the opposite bedroom window towards the road. It's a nice gravel driveway up through there. It's under the snow, but you can see the nice limestone wall that Kylie built back in the summertime. Turn around there with my truck. So that's our house up there. So it's kind of tucked in behind. We're going to plant some spruce trees down between to separate the two. They grow up pretty quick. Those ones you see in the background right there, they're only, what, 2 or 3 years old now. They're already over 8 feet tall, so it doesn't take long. It's going to take some adjusting to get used to people in the backyard, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So even though it's not a very big space, it's still one of those projects, like all my projects, that took twice as long and cost twice as much as I thought it would. It's getting there. Nothing's 100% finished yet, but next big step is get all this trim on in the next few days. And then back to finishing off the stair railing. Check these out right here. I just made these today. This is the newels for the stairs. 3/4 inch plywood glued up. They'll get it all filled in, sanded down smooth. They're gonna be all paint grade, obviously. But they stay bullet straight, won't warp or twist. It's crazy how expensive, well, everything is these days in the building world. But just the railing pieces alone, one little set of steps and 6 feet of railing upstairs. If you were to go to Home Depot or Lowe's or somewhere and buy everything off the shelf to put that railing on, you'd be better part of $2,000. So that wasn't happening. So just the newels alone, the cheapest newel I could find on the market was $79.99 per newel. And I needed 5 of them. And they weren't even all that nice to start with. They're still just paint grade. So that's when I came up with the plywood idea. So it cost $85 to make all 5 of them. And they'll be just as nice when it's all said and done, and stronger. So then I've got aluminum spindles right there in those boxes to go between them. Be painted handrails as well, top and bottom. Because that's one issue we had here. It's such tight corners to get upstairs. The railing's got to be removable. The newels are going to be bolted onto the stringers. So there's been lots of little design things like that through the whole project I had to figure out, but it's been fun. But it's been a massive project, starting with this whole building is sitting on a concrete slab, and it's thickened along the edges, so the edges are, I think, 14 or 15 inches deep. It's all reinforced with rebar and steel mesh. So all this plumbing had to be cut and jackhammered down through the concrete. So like the shower drain had to run all the way over underneath the toilet. The kitchen sink drain and hot and cold water ran all the way through the slab over to here as well. And the vanity. And then I had to dig down underneath the slab, and it runs outside here. You know, this pump chamber, it's hard to see here at the screen. That's some concrete curb around it. There's a concrete pump chamber down in the ground, 4 feet cubed. So it's gravity fed out to there. Then there's a sewage pump, pumps it all the way up there. Let me go up here. So our septic bed is right there on the end of the house. So it pumps up there and ties into the house septic system. And then the water line comes down from the house, runs right underneath my truck, comes along here underneath the gravel, and down the side, sorry to spin you around here, and then comes up through the concrete slab right there, dig down with the excavator 4 feet right beside the slab, then tunnel in underneath the slab and then come up. It was quite the project, and then insulated the bunch of foam around it and whatnot. Should be all right. It's lasted quite a few -20 nights so far. Fingers crossed. It's a slab on grade, no frost protection. Wasn't never designed to be a rental originally. This was my workshop. So there was nothing on the floor. So there's the dry core panels underneath this flooring with the 1/2 inch SM on the back of those. It's a beautiful system. First time I've ever used it. highly recommend it if you run into a situation you need it. Maybe I'll walk you out and show you the lake before it gets dark. Sun's going down quick. It's getting quite cold tonight. I think it's going down to minus 17 or 18. Let's go check it out. So this is the lake. Give you a full turnaround here. So this whole lake is a provincial wildlife area. It's all protected. But coincidentally, you can still hunt it. There's just no development on the lake at all. We actually have probably the closest house to the lake on the whole lake. Had to come back in here, warm my hands up. It's bitter out there. So yeah, that's a tour of this place. That's where all my spare time has been going for the last 5 months. We're heading up to the cabin day after tomorrow. So it's Thursday early evening, late afternoon. And Kylie's working late tonight, so I thought I'd get a jump on putting some of this trim up while she's working. Tomorrow morning, bright and early, we're heading up to the cabin. I've been thinking about this trim all weekend, so I thought I'd just give it a try. Scratch the itch, if you will. That's a pain because we've got to cut outside, so we're going in and out. It's quite cold out today, so we've got to do what we got to do. So here we have another one of those design on the fly type situations. So the trim is just MDF and doesn't hold up the moisture at all. So the left hand side of the door here will be MDF trim. So this is a piece of PVC trim, quarter round. It's actually going to come back off and going to put 2.5 inch PVC trim on this side of the door. It's an MDF. There will be a glass door on the shower, but still a bit too close to please me. And this side of the shower here, that's actually already PVC trim. It's nice stuff. Looks just like wood when it's all finished. So that's a little bit of trickery. So for now, I'm just going to trim out the left-hand side of the door. We'll deal with that later. Well, that was a little start anyways. Got the sides of all the interior doors done. These two exterior doors I've got to build out yet, so they're a little more work. I'll save that for next week. We're actually heading up to the cabin in the morning. I'm looking forward to that. Kind of forgetting about this place for a couple of days would be nice. So we made it. Hazel's happy to be out of the car. A lot more snow up here. The neighbor down the road came and plowed the driveway out for us. There's no way to keep ahead of it with the snow blower when you're only coming up here every 2 or 3 weekends. Wouldn't have killed him to shovel this. Yeah, it's a lot of snow. Trying. What you doing? Guy's just warming up some chicken for some chicken sandwiches. Hazel's going around making sure we never dropped any. Some good chicken sandwiches. It's roughly 5:30 in the morning. That is bitter out. You can tell by how crunchy the snow is. Just going up to fill the generator for the day. It's right around -20, I think, this morning. Been a beautiful day, but bitter cold. Saturday evening now. Gonna go for a little bit of a stroll. Man, that gets chilly fast when you get away from the sun. I feel my mustache freezing up. Not really dressed for a real cold. Just got some Carhartt coveralls over top of my jeans. No long johns on. Canadian in the way, so we're made for it. There's been one car drive by all day. I'll be quiet. Let you see how quiet it actually is up here. Working on this rental mini house is taking up a lot of our free time, or all of our time really. So the videos have taken a hit, had to be put on the back burner, but we're getting closer. Within a month or so, the bulk of the work at the mini house will be wrapped up. Start living normal lives again. Hope to get it rented out by the 1st of June if all goes well. That's a bit of a nerve-wracking thing to think about. Yeah, if you guys want to see some follow-up video about the mini house, just let me know in the comments. Would be nice to do some videos away from the cabin. Originally when I started the channel 100 years ago, with just random things I was making and doing. Then the cabin itself started to get some traction, so we kind of locked in on that. But it makes it a lot harder because we're not up here all the time, we're on a regular schedule. So it's hard to make a regularly scheduled video. Made it back alive. A little frozen. Not too bad. Kylie's laughing at me inside, I can tell. She's so judgmental.